for starting your week with us. It's Memorial Day here in Korea, and I'm Lee Ji-yoon. Let's first get started by taking a look at today's highlights. Companies are taking product testing to a whole new level as part of compelling marketing strategies so that consumers can see and experience the strength of their products for themselves. The carbonated water market here in Korea is quickly expanding, and the country's largest bottled water maker is jumping into this growing, bubbling market. These stories and more coming right up. It's got the looks, the desired mileage, and it's become a lot more affordable. Tesla's $35,000 EV Model 3 has been causing quite a sensation among consumers, and Korean parts suppliers are expected to reap big benefits as well. Our Lee Ji-won has more.
After years of waiting, Tesla revealed its premium sedan Model 3, the vehicle that CEO Elon Musk hopes will propel electric vehicles to the real tipping point of mass adoption.
The Model 3 will not just be 5-star on average, it'll be 5-star in every category. And then in terms of price, well, of course, it'll be $35,000.
For about half the cost of its Model S, the U.S. automotive company is looking to drastically cut the price tag on its Model 3 by partnering up with Korean auto parts suppliers, which typically offer high-quality products at prices 10 to 15% cheaper than Japanese or German producers. Firms like MS Autotech and Hankuk Tire have already sealed deals with Tesla, through which they are expected to see a sales increase of roughly $192 million and $540 million, respectively. Prospects are looking bright for suppliers like Mando and Hanon Systems as well, with stock prices surging by double digits. In terms of battery supply, experts say LG Chem is highly likely to win Tesla's business.
Local parts makers are most cost competitive, and since Tesla has no experience with mass production, it's looking to partner up with Korean firms with more experience in that respect.
The electric car company has received over 400,000 pre-orders for its Model 3 in just 1 month, which is roughly $14 billion worth of secured sales from prospective consumers. Deliveries will begin in late 2017. Lee Ji-won, Business Daily.
After seeing much success in its Kakao taxi platform, Korea's messaging giant Kakao has launched a new app for designated driver services, entering the already heated market. And as you can imagine, not everyone is happy about it. Our Oh Soo-young tells us more.
Typically, calling for a designated driver after a late night out drinking means making a phone call. With Kakao Driver, it's a few taps on the app, marking your starting point and end point. Once matched with a nearby driver, the app sends a text message with the driver's name and photograph as confirmation. The cost to get the user and the user's car home begins at 15,000 won, a little less than $13. For further distances, a meter built into the app determines the price. And users can pay automatically through Kakao Pay, the company's mobile payment service.
운행이 종료되었습니다. 요금은 자동 결제됩니다.
The driver, one of the 50,000 screened by Kakao through interviews, pays the tech company a 20% commission, but no insurance or deposit fee as they do with existing smaller operators. Despite serving a $2.5 billion industry, the average designated driver company does not have a standardized fee structure.
We started the project wanting to change the gray areas in calling substitute drivers, like excessive and opaque fees.
Kakao Driver's launch has some 3,800 driver-for-hire agencies scrambling.
That's a misunderstanding. Kakao is publicizing the misdeeds of just a few drivers from really small companies.
They claim that this is just another example of a conglomerate crossing into their turf, a cry that is likely to only get louder as the tech giant launches apps to provide other services, like parking, housekeeping, and even salon reservations, in the coming months. Oh Soo-young, Business Daily.
While Korean television shows, films, music, and webtoons are gaining more popularity overseas, content creators are struggling to protect their intellectual property. So the Korean government and various organizations are stepping up efforts to help them protect their own creations. Here's our Hwang Ho-jun with more.
Korean pop music, TV dramas, and webtoons are quickly spreading in cyberspace through YouTube and cloud music services. But this is turning out to be a double-edged sword for Korean copyright holders. A growing number of people abroad are accessing Korean cultural products through illegal internet downloads and pirated copies on the back of increased usage of social networking sites and cloud-enabled smartphones. So, to tackle such problems, the country's Culture Ministry and Korea Copyright Commission have been working together to enhance copyright protection of local content in the global market. They announced back in April that they are adding a number of Southeast Asian countries on their special monitoring list along with China to closely monitor and block illegally distributed Korean cultural content from spreading further in those countries. There are limitations, though, to government-led copyright protection efforts due to worries that such moves might trigger a trade war. In response to this, 24 businesses in the industries of music, television, film, and webtoons got together to form a private consultative body that focuses on advocating for copyrights. The organization is tasked with reducing piracy around the world and actively promoting the global distribution of Korean content by cooperating with domestic and international agencies, industry organizations, and content holders.
The organization will create a huge network to protect the copyrights of Korean music, dramas, webtoons and videos all together, and it's significant in that sense.
But industry watchers say there's still a ways to go when it comes to Korea's copyright development, and that the government must move forward on related laws and regulations to enforce new measures in the global market. Hwang Ho-jun, Business Daily.
Companies are getting creative with their marketing strategies, thinking outside of the box in product testing, and taking things to the extreme. Our Kim Min-ji tells us more.
A daredevil stunt on a 33-story skyscraper with nothing but 2 cordless vacuum cleaners. It's an experiment conducted by LG Electronics with the help of a professional climber to prove that its cord zero sucking vacuum boasts one of the world's strongest suction powers.
People may have concerns that the suction power is weak because it's wireless. We planned this event to dispel that belief in one go.
This is not the first time LG took such drastic measures to make a statement. It released a video of its RoboKing vacuum functioning 100 meters off the ground on a crane back in 2014. As a result, it sold roughly 400,000 units as of April this year, becoming the first Korean brand vacuum cleaner to reach such heights. Samsung Electronics is also using extreme testing like this, uploaded by consumers, as part of its marketing strategy.
Everything is fully working. Yes, it is. It's still warm to the touch.
This experiment garnered over 1.1 million views in just 5 days.
Testing done under extreme conditions is sometimes used for advertising, and it has consumers recognize the performance of our products quickly and without doubt.
With modern technology getting more advanced by the day, marketing competition among firms is getting fiercer as they push things to the limit to drive their point home. Kim Min-ji, Business Daily.
You've probably had that experience of buying a limited edition product just for the sake of it being limited. Now, recently, we have been seeing new exclusive items come out one after another here in Korea. But now the novelty seems to be wearing off. Our Lee Ju-young reports.
Unexpected success was what Korea's food manufacturer Palto saw after it released 10 million packages of its limited edition flagship spicy cold noodle to the public in March. In just 2 months, Palto sold 43% more than it did last year and ended up rolling out an additional 10 million. The food company said it sold roughly $10 million worth of its noodle products within the first 4 months of this year, seeing a 30% jump compared to last year.
Customers have good perceptions when we produce goods that they had hoped to see, and then we do another rollout for customer satisfaction.
This marketing strategy, which capitalizes on the idea of scarcity, is commonly used at coffee shops to attract more customers and generate demand. The global coffee chain Coffee Bean had to churn out more of its bear-shaped bottles after they sold out in just 6 days.
It's more fun for the customers to use character-shaped PET bottles than ordinary takeout cups, and they upload a lot of photos on social media.
While firms are able to spur short-term sales with this marketing strategy, there are also side effects. Last year, over 1,000 people camped outside of H&M stores around Seoul for as long as 6 days, waiting to get their hands on a limited edition designer collaboration at a cheaper price. Also, hiking up the price by slightly changing the packaging is a tactic that's been criticized by consumers as being exploitive.
In the past, limited editions felt really special, but there's just too much nowadays. It doesn't feel special anymore.
Experts say in order to see success from this strategy, marketers need to weigh the charms and exclusivity of their limited editions while making sure there's a compelling reason for consumers to open their wallets. Lee Ju-young, Business Daily.
As the weather heats up, more people reach for that cold glass of water. And Korea has seen a boom in the popularity of carbonated water, so much so that the country's top bottled water maker is diving into the game. Our Eunice Kim tells us why.
A carbonation system that lets you make bubbly water at home. Aside from the refreshing taste, its benefits are claimed to extend to beauty and health. And as the mercury rises, sales of water purifiers with the carbonation system built in is climbing too.
We see many young customers who use it to make cocktails at home. They say washing your fruits and vegetables in carbonated water helps strip the pesticides too.
The carbonated water market in Korea has surged in recent years. What was a $12 million market in 2013 jumped to a value exceeding $65 million, a five-fold increase. And the trend is expected to continue, possibly to surpass $100 million this year, driving Korea's top bottled water producer to dive into the game. Samdasu is Korea's largest bottled water brand by far, with a 47% claim on the market. It's produced by the Jeju Special Self-Governing Province Development Corporation, or JPDC. Its H2O said to have been filtered through 110 layers of Mount Hallasan's volcanic rock. Samdasu is set to partner with CJ, or 제일제당, in a synergy to capitalize on the Korean food conglomerate's massive distribution network.
We will jump into the seltzer water market with JPDC. We will set up a joint venture this month and launch the product early next year.
With the earlier than usual summer conditions upon us, the competition in the carbonated water market is bubbling up, too. Eunice Kim, Business Daily.
And that wraps it up for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with more at the same time, same place for your Business Daily. So don't forget to tune in then. Thanks for watching and goodbye.